Yogurt. Yum. This is not a video about yogurt. Okay, this is a video about centering your prints on your bed. I did a blog a while ago, post, I think it was over a year ago. Some things have been updated since then in the Marlin firmware. I want to change some of the things I did in the layout. It confused a couple of the people the way I had the pictures set up because I kept rotating them in the blog so they looked funny. And then, you know, Y was looking one direction and then X was the same direction in the later picture. Anyways, I'm going to update it, or try to update it. I'm going to add this video to it as a companion so you'll be able to go to the blog and read it, or watch the video, or both. So this is going to be about centering your bed, how to go about it. It's not really that hard. It's actually pretty easy if you even have the most basic understanding of Marlin. It's probably one of the first things you should do. Now, I'm not going to get into the slicer end of it. You should know how to set up your slicer already before you even start this. You have to tell your slicer how big your print bed area is. If your print bed area isn't set correctly in your slicer, it's never going to hit correctly on your bed. So if your machine is 200 by 200 by 200 or whatever, in my case that's what this is, you have to set that up in your slicer. You also have to set that up in Marlin. That I will help you go over. Should be already set, but we'll help you go over that, and we'll get it so it prints in the center of your bed or in the center of the print area, and that's the trick there. The center of your bed may not be the actual center of your print area, but that's what we'll go over. Let me show you. Okay, before we even start, we actually have to find the printable area. Now what that actually is a lot of times these print beds are actually bigger than your actual printable area. So what we're going to do is drop the nozzle down to the bed, or just above the bed, mark the bed at both end stops of X and Y, and that'll be our printable area. So let's drop the bed. I'm using Octoprint here. We'll move it over. Now you can see it's actually right on the edge of my glass. So I'm good there. Now we'll just go to the other side. Let's see if I bring it over here. The nozzle's actually about 10 millimeters away from the edge of the plate. And it's basically hitting here. I know you probably can't see it in the video, but it's about a half a millimeter away, and I have it set up that way. So it doesn't actually bottom out. So here is the end of my build area. So then we just draw a straight line. So then we move the head out of the way. This is our mark right here. Right? I got two marks here. Which one is it? It's this one. I don't know how I got two marks there, but it's this one. Then we draw a straight line. Now you could use a straight edge, or you could use this as a very easy variable. Next is draw an X, going from that line to whatever line was over here. So that's your actual center point. And you just go from corner to corner. That's your actual center point of the print bed. It's actually over here. It's not in the center of it because you lose this 10 millimeters or so here because the head hits the carriage. Now all you have to do is go and get the little centering target and download it. You really just want target 3. Target 2 is exactly the same thing. It's, as you can see right here, it's just standing up. It's not laying down. I don't know why I didn't lay it down in the first place. So you just download it, and then you bring it into your slicer, and you slice it with your favorite slicer. And the only thing you need to do is make sure it's in the center, and it's on the platform. There you go. Then you just slice it, and then you just print it, and it's a pretty quick print. Okay, here it is all printed out. As you can see, I have my X and my Y, and I highly recommend you mark it. Just helps. If you end up, sometimes they pull the plate off. Anyway, as you can see, I'm pretty close, but these lines are all 5 millimeters apart, and I'm right on this corner. So I need to adjust them both, well, about 4 millimeters. I'm just going to guess. It's less than 5, and it's pretty much in the corner. So about 4 millimeters each side. I could do 5. I might do 4.5, whatever. I don't need to be that absolutely perfect, but it's going to bring it a lot closer. I mean, this actually isn't bad. Normally I wouldn't even adjust it for that little bit, but let's do it just so you can show you. And we have our current version of Marlin software. This is the latest 1.61 or something like that. I don't even remember. I just downloaded it like 2 days ago and did all the stuff. The only thing I haven't done yet is set my center, which I should have just copied from the other one, but I didn't. Now, the first thing I like to do, and I actually didn't before, is go in here and add a line that says edited by me. I'll just put November 4th, 2017 to center bed. That way I know my last edit, what I was doing with it, why I edited it, so if I have any errors, I know where to go look to fix it. Now, they used to have all the settings right here in mechanical settings. Now there's nothing there. They took everything out and it just made it all core XY. So they moved it all way down, which is kind of funny because all this stuff's now here in the movement settings, which is great. But they don't have, they moved them even farther down for the settings we are looking for, which are way down here. And they're actually right here, and they're inside the auto leveling stuff, which makes no sense. But anyways, now you can't move in a positive direction. Moving in a positive direction just pushes you farther into the end stop, and it won't register it. That makes sense. If it's positive, if you hit the end stop and you're at 2 millimeters off the edge of the plate, you're already at the end stop. So you need to move your end stop. But if you move in a negative direction, and we're going to do, what I say, 4.5 for X, and we'll just do the same here. It may not be perfect, but it'll be damn close. 4.5. Now these need to be a negative number. Negative. Negative. You can only move in a negative number. You can't move in a positive number because this is basically telling it where the print head is once it's homed. So if you're in a positive number, let's say you said 4.5. If I left at 4.5, that means I need to go another 4.5 millimeters over to find the edge of the build plate. And I can't do that because it hit the end stop. So if it goes that far and if you need to adjust it in a positive number, you need to actually adjust your end stop. But that's it. And I always do a verify, which is going to take forever because I'm recording. And it looks like it compiled and it looks good. So now I'll upload and I'll recompile it, but it does it really quick because it's just taking the compiled sketch I already have. It won't actually recompile it if it doesn't need to. And then it will upload. Hopefully. Done uploading. And that's it. Now we'll go back and we'll print the little target and see how close we got. And we reprint it. And it's best if you actually take the old print off first. Okay, ready to print. Let's see how good we do. Alrighty, the print is done. Let's look. Look, the X is almost perfectly in the center. And there you go. That is how you center your prints on your bed. And there you go. That's how you, that's one of the ways you can center your prints on your bed, or in the center of the print area. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that say you can use an EPROM, and you most certainly can. You can do the EPROM all you want. It's actually probably easier if you know how to do it. I've never been good at the EPROM. I've never tried it. I've never done it. I have always found it better to just edit the Marlin software, firmware, the actual files, because that way I can actually just transfer it over the next time Marlin updates, which it does pretty regularly. It's a couple, 3 times a year I found it gets an update of one kind or another. I could transfer the information directly over, where if you use the EPROM, it's on the printer, which you can't retrieve. There's no way to get it off of there, that I know of anyways. I've never seen any way to get it off. So this way I have all my changes, all my settings, all my, including the settings for the travel and centering on the bed. Everything is all there on my Marlin file. So when the new Marlin comes out, I open them side by side and I just transfer over the numbers. That's the only reason not to use the EPROM. If you prefer to use EPROM, go right ahead. Anyways, that's it. Happy printing. Hope it works for you. Have a good day.